course, we're talking about strongholds right now. A, B, and C are going to be hotly contested points, as well as whichever team can get their rocket launchers first are going to be able to set the tone for the rest of this matchup.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead. Introduce your teams. I'll do QIR Surf. You would do Putnam City. That's the Pirates. QIR, that is Artifact Kid. That is the Chonk Man. That is Sus EJ and Darker User. The main four that we have seen from QIR regular season now into the postseason.
And over there on Putnam City, Blitzel, 2374, Revolution, Bobo, and Zero Survivor. Very important to get that Survivor.
No S's in that name right there. Zero Survivor. Love to see it. Love to see it. If we are picking horses, making predictions here, I would have liked to have done that before the game started, but we want to go ahead and try and get that one done now.
I think so. I think I said last week Zero Survivor, and then on the other side it was Sus EJ, I believe. So I choose one of these. I guess I would go with. I'm gonna go with Blitzel.
Yeah,
I'm feeling because I'm
I was
feeling
thinking
like
that too.
yeah, Putnam's having a pretty good blitz for themselves right now. By the way,
Nice solid start to this. QIR ahead by a couple of points, but not really too much. Now, where my mind's eye once again is drawn to, Artifact Kid finally finding a trade for their first kill. Darker User, nothing so far. Everybody in Putnam City has found themselves at least a couple right here. One positive player, everybody else dead even as of right now until Bobo does fall. Now, this is just the focus on rotation here for Putnam City. Actually, they're going to get that player on out of PD right now. A little 1v going down. Zero Survivor takes that one. Zero Survivor improving to 6 and 3 on the day. No assists. Man's finishing his kills.
Zero Survivor living up to their name, leaving behind Zero Survivors until getting caught out. Where the Rockets about to spawn. You can tell they really wanted to go for it, but Putnam City is all over. Got their eyes on everything. I think QIR, yeah, they still got the Rockets, and Chonk Man's gonna send one out.
What? Okay. I was gonna say, Revolution took a little while for that Bulldog to bark. Finally lands the shots right there, gets rewarded with a rocket. First rocket got nothing right there. Stalker Rifle going down. Zero Survivor with a triple. Can't quite find the fourth.
This is really good from Putnam, though. A lot of their successes are just winning out in these 1v1s and being able to capitalize on situations where QIR should have won, like when they had the Rockets.
Wow.
But yeah, both of these rockets are whiffs.
Complete and total whiffs right here. Crazy stuff. Not very frequent that you get an average of 0 kills. Not an average 0 kills. You get 0 kills within 2 rockets. You know, not a kill with either of them. More likely double. Now, speaking of doubling, we're looking at Putnam City, putting forth a little bit of a lead. C is going to actually get a lot of attention, and the BC hold coming on in here for Putnam City.
QIR are in these weird situations where they kind of get isolated, having to wait for the rest of the team to hit the respawns up, but the aim is just not with them, and you're seeing it here getting caught off in really awkward moments where Putnam shouldn't be winning on these tools, and then thankfully they're getting the numbers back, and I think QIR is starting to realize that.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. QIR not out of this one by any means, which is a weird thing to say, given that you and I have casted this team all throughout regular season. Nothing doing, only not a perfect season, right? They did drop maps, but still, just kind of crazy stuff. Darker User now coming through, a little bit of sneakiness over onto stairs. Now some more flak sent through top mid. Still about 20 points away from QIR. Tying it up for Putnam City though, Sam.
Alright, those Rockets are already a lot more successful than the last time we saw them on the field. It's a desperate attempt from Revolution. It's looking like the grenades and the explosives. You don't even need rockets to explode everything.
Perfect utilization right there of the frag. Now Stalker Rifles. Shots coming across from top C side. There's a rocket inside. Can't quite finish this one off. We're on board with Revolution. There's a melee. A no shields player. This should be enough. Wow, and actually the trade right there for Revolution. Good job kind of purchasing that situation.
Yeah, that's huge. Right, Revolution in both situations getting meleeed in the face. That will keep B safe for just a moment. Gives them enough time to hit the respawns over on C, and now they get to make their way over towards B. It's just the uphill battle is always dangerous.
I can 100% agree with that, especially coming down from a lower seaside on this street now by Red Room. Bunch invested right there. Actually forces out that QIR player. Hey, shake the tree, see what falls out.
Turns out a lot is. Putnam City, they are so confident on streets. This is unreal on how they're standing up against QIR. The comfortability of this team and the way that they go about taking their fights is unreal. They opt to go and try to surround the target that they want to attack and really throw QIR off their game.
Yeah, this is an incredibly close game, my friend. Love to see it. Love to see it. About 20 points, and at this point, guys, you know, I'm not checking out chat quite yet. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of rope, okay? You can have fun with it, or you can ruin the fun, okay, folks? Fill up chat. Let us know who it is you think is going to take this best of 7 series. And if you're civil, then we'll interact with you. If you're not, then we will close that on up, and the fun will be over. You hear me, people? Keep it civil. Keep it civil. Top mid. That's a really bad investment there from Artifact Kid, but it doesn't matter. That's actually kind of played out right here as a little bit of baiting. And now 92-93, QIR now tied on up and now taking a lead, Sam.
These are final. So right now. Getting to believe that these two teams are looking and staring down the end of the season, and how they're doing it is just bringing out all of the stops to make sure they're going to be the ones to win.
I can 100% agree with that. Now, what exactly is it that QIR is possibly doing wrong to have allowed this much? Because I think there's a clear, favorite and underdog here, right?
Right, absolutely. I mean, QIR has been going throughout this season perfectly. Putnam City stumbling only once, and that's against QIR. And I think the general crux of the situation is that, first of all, you take a look at the scoreboard, right? 0 survivors popping 21 and 10. Then in second is going to be Revolution 15 and 11. So this team is operating at a really high peak efficiency. And I think the way that they swarm about going on to and attacking the sites, poking and prodding and taking battles where they need to and getting out when they don't have to is so beautiful. But hey, look at that. SusEJ, triple kill. Wow. Starting to work their way back up for QIR.
Seriously, 14 and 14 right there. SusEJ was a little bit more negative than that earlier. Now, this is, that was almost this is a triple cap right now because there's nobody on A, by the way, right now. This is really where this game is going to break away. A Putnam City player puts a toe. There you go. I was going to say, put a toe onto A right here to stop this hemorrhaging. My goodness. Now C side, Putnam City covering it up. B, nope. Just like that, A gets a little bit of pressure themselves. Now it's going to be Putnam City taking ticks. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that double cap here from QIR, the only double cap in this Strongholds game mode so far, is actually where this difference ends up being final.
It's going to be a mad dash attempt to look towards A once more. They do have the rocket launcher, and Blitzel sent out the second one, getting and securing the kill with that, but just couldn't quite find the melee targets. SusEJ, no shields, but can live to tell the tales of what just happened.
Live to tell the tales, SusEJ will not. That's going to be a little bit of a trading factor right here. Bulldog in hand is Chonkman looking to get this going. Melee shot, actually dedicated 2 right there as B. Now getting covered up. A couple frags that kind of covered these entrances. Now full shields. Bulldog in hand. Artifact Man, or excuse me, Chonkman will be A-OK. In the thick of things right here. 0 survivor trying to get involved. Not going to happen. Jumped on top of a plasma grenade there on the end. Not ideal situation, Sam.
Oh, I got really close here. These points are going back and forth, Tug. They really are. When one team is able to capture it, the other team has already begun theirs. Oh my gosh!
I'm not even sure how you saw that.
Neither do I. That had to have been really good communication from the team.
Bandit in hand. Looking for this. Easy shots. B, that's getting covered up by QIR right now. His member from Putnam City tried to get involved through Red Room and more. These players are one shot, double right here. No! QIR with the Hail Mary. That's going to be enough to take that. And no, one-shot player. Darker user playing the life right now. Defining it perfectly now with a double kill. Fantastic stuff. Blitzel the next to... Oh, almost feel the fire here from... What a run right there. The simple fact of them being able to find those kills while one shot and maintaining... Wow, Zero Survivor now doing their best impersonation. 30-14 right now for Zero Survivor. They're going to need this, though, as we're looking at a 40-point lead. QIR's advantage.
He is really turning out to be the war zone for these teams, and what a war zone it has been so far. Whenever you think one has been able to win out, it's just that respawns are coming in quick enough and they're still able to duel it until Putnam definitively stamped their flag on this mark, and they are running away with those triple point capture and is gaining some valuable ground that they lost.
Gotta get the melee. Now got it. There's going to be a trade. Revolution purchases this one from the teammates' efforts. Love to see it. Rocket in hand as well. Hey, getting a little bit... That's actually might have been more of a melee shot play. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. What I do know is that Putnam City is now back into this lead. I think we have a series on our hands here, Sam.
Oh, we absolutely do. Putnam City is picking up those rockets most of the time, and the fact that they keep getting them has blown up QIR quite literally over and over again. When Putnam City gets in charge of those rockets, it really starts to be a downhill turn for QIR.
Look at that sensitivity. My goodness, these cracked high school players indeed. Love to see it. Love to see it. That would have taken me about 10 seconds to flip all the way around. 200 points, though. QIR the first to break that. I'd be surprised if Putnam City takes their last point at one of these 6, though, here, Sam.
Goodness. Putnam City, they are getting a little bit closer. The Chunk Man is still going to try and fight these out. And really, at this point, it's all just about swarming onto site, getting rid, and getting Putnam City off of these areas to gain them back for themselves. I think for QIR, though, at this point, just look towards holding the sites that you already have, because now they've lost B. You're gonna have to begin the fight to get it back, and you gotta go through Revolution. Zero Survivor. Good luck is all I gotta say.
Yeah, seriously. 34-17 right now, doubling up. Are you kidding me? Dublin, not just the capital of Ireland. Looking down bottom. Oh, that one wasn't clever, Sam. I'm sorry.
No, it was good, actually. I like that.
All right. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna feel really, really dumb if...
No, I'm pretty sure Dublin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dublin. I think.
Phew, okay, phew. As like someone with some Irish ancestry, I'd feel really bad about that one. Nice stick right there from Bobo. Talk about getting damage without even paying attention. Oh. Shot, punch, Revolution. Improves on the day at 36-17. Now a run here from Putnam City, 233, 234. I was going to say, you had to cover up B right now. Zero Survivor on the stairs. The frag is just a little bit too far, but doesn't matter because EJ is there. It
was that jump, throwing the jump combined with the miss from the frag. The jump just led them, it was an easy target to be caught out by, and now Putnam City is running on to B side there, making a mad dash to take it over, and QIR, I think realizing this, is just sticking to A and B right now, and a really good decision to do that.
Yeah, really. Honestly, I would have done this a little while ago. Now runs down here, a little bit of pressure onto A, but not gonna be enough. Had to win. Oh my goodness. Bobo literally had to win that right there, as now players spilling in. That's going to be a melee? No. Bulldog barking once again onto A. Last team fight territory here for the Putnam City Pirates. There's going to be at least an initial push on over towards this B site. 236 against 241 right now. Bulldog wins up close. Yet again, that's going to be enough. These players should be able to get on top of this one team fight. Double kill as well. Triple kill from the grave. Are you kidding me? Not gonna be enough, though. QIR holds strong in game number 1. 250, 236. When's the last time you saw an HSEL Strongholds map get that close?
If you don't have the right player in charge of it, it kind of can be a moot point. And typically at this level, you can also suss out where the active camo player is. So I don't think it's going to be too impactful.
We'll see how this one goes here early. Like you said, doubling up, and not going to matter right there is Putnam City. Putting down a trio of players. Can't be surprised that 2 of these are coming from Zero Survivor.
What did I say? Zero Survivor was just unfortunately caught down below. If the other team is in charge of that high ground, it becomes a massacre. Look at this recognition from Putnam, though. And the bait! Tug the bait!
Wow, yeah, like classic bait and switch. You're low, I'm full shields. I'll take this team fight while you try and take shots from the back and wait for your own shields to come back. You know what? We said we were gonna acknowledge chat. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, okay, we got a solid few bit of you in here. Shout out Rebecca C, Bogey Captain, Melzy, or Melise. Good to see everybody on in here. I'm just gonna go from where HSEL last picked it up. QIR said Melise. Wow, so we're not seeing too many Putnam City fans in the chat right here, cooking with some Michelin star skill. QIR almost dropped that strongholds, folks. Makes sense to hold on to them for preferences and whatnot, but this is Putnam City squads out here cooking.
Oh yeah, they are. And Zero Survivor looking like they wanted to be the chef of the hour. It's just not quite there, but once again, like I said, if you get that high ground... Oh my gosh! Okay, I was gonna say, if Sus EJ walked away with a double kill with no shields for that entire fight, I would have gone crazy.
Yeah, insane stuff right here. A mild advantage right now, Putnam City. Mind's eye has to be drawn to Bobo, though. Bobo 0-3 as of right now. Trio of assists is not terrible, but simply got to do a lot more. Wow, so QIR just literally fills this entire place up with grenades. Takes a couple kills for it. Nice frag right there. Not gonna be enough. Sus EJ playing in fine playoff form already.
I want to talk about what Artifact Kid accomplished a little earlier with their plasma grenade. Stuck one player. That one player walked over to their teammate and blew them up as well. So yeah. It was just a domino effect of events. Still, we're at a tie 15-15. Chalkman's active camo is inactive camo. Spotted out mid. Oh my gosh. They didn't even... Wow, Zero Survivor. Just an insane player.
Yeah. Absolutely. Bogey B70, appreciate ya. I grew it myself. That's the mustache. Not even from Florida, but QIR is the best. Fair enough. Looks like Mellies is pulling it for Putnam here. Putnam City fans just didn't show up. We got faith. I feel you. I feel you. And you should definitely have faith, especially from the previous. As I've started and continued to interact with you guys a little bit, Putnam City now pulling ahead by 5. Again, oh, I thought that was about to be really bad for that offensive player for QIR. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. What just happened? There's no active camo on this player. That just 2 granted for QIR, but through the thick of things, Putnam City granted another Zero Survivor funds one. So folks, just in case the first time you're watching Halo, the big actual lead starts at about 4, because that is the amount of kills the other team can take at a full team wipe at a single time. Obviously, team will respawn after that. Cooking with the pistol, I agree there, Melise.
Someone got ninja'd. Hate to see it. Saw it in the kill feed. Here's the thing, Tug. That Strongholds game was pretty much determined by a couple of really opportunistic kills. Putnam City is in fighting form. You give them the chance to frag out, especially Zero Survivor, and they're going to do more than that. They are going to dominate.
Yeah, throw an active camo on top, and this is the stuff that QIR's nightmares are being made out of. There's shots right now, just gotta turn around, wait for the reload, wait for the active camo to come back, and now you're gonna have a lot of wiggle room right here. Bobo is left alone yet, though, and our active camo player does nothing to get involved. Okay, I can understand wanting to play the active camo, but what just do they think assassin kills count for more? Oh no. So you get 1 for that entire business and let a teammate die, so essentially a neutral advantage, a dead even, zero-sum game.
Zero Survivor really wanted to take advantage of that active camo, but in doing so, and wanting to do so, lost all of the advantages. Now it's just a frag party here for QIR, where they were down by 4 kills, just immediately evened it up in like 1 team fight.
Yeah, they were down by 7, like, what, 60 seconds ago, something like this. Putnam City simply got to take these engagements and pick their fights a little bit better. Almost granted a free one here from Sus EJ. Jumps down right there a little bit early, trying to get the 4 shot. Not going to happen. Now, Bobo gets all the attention in the world. Putnam City finds another. Dedicating some plasmas over there, but we know they don't. There's nobody on blue util side. Now, it's just the grenade party out here. It seems as Revolution gonna lose that one.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
I feel like this is just a situation of like players not named Zero Survivor have to coordinate with their teammates like a little bit more and actually like take gunfights. Like nobody's like mega negative, but when you look at a QIR squad, worst negative player on this is what 8-10, 7-9.
Yeah, QIR, it's once again the same thing that we saw happening on streets, right? Putnam City, really strong start, and once they get going, they start to lose some of that steam. QIR, on the other hand, a little bit quiet at the beginning of the map, but once they start to get their train going, well, it's really hard to stop them. Hopefully this time around, though, Bobo inside of that active camo. Yes, that's what we want, more opportunistic.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Just like that, Bobo pulling ahead as well. Triple, looking for the okie doke. That's CG on the other side. Not going to get it, unfortunately. A little bit of frag damage right there. Gonna bring this one up. This is going to be the worst flank of 2023. Oh, no, you should... Oh, my God. These high school players kind of... I don't want to make it sound like I know the thing to do, but that is definitely a flank-type situation at that point, right? Not a come-out shooting.
Yeah, patience, right? Sometimes you gotta have that trigger discipline. It may look like you miss out on the opportunity, but there's a lot more to be gained had you had that. And inside of Yellow Utility, there is a massive amount of explosions and a massive amount of deaths to go along with it.
Now 46-43, Putnam City has brought this within full team wipe territory. Now on board Bobo right now. Just saw this player pop off with the active camo. Gotta finish up your kills. If this is a trading situation, then that's gonna be going the way of Putnam City. There's a shot away, 46-48. One of these players is low. Gotta get it, even if you trade, there's nothing. You got ninja'd, 49-47. QIR simply has to back up at this. They simply have to back up and regroup right here if they're not gonna be tying up the series.
You can see they're playing so patiently, waiting for the right moment. You see, too, that is good recognition from the Chong man. Just get out of there, you can record it, but there it is.
Putnam City, like I said, no sweeps here. Keep those brooms in the closet. Might be spring, not time for spring cleaning. Hello and welcome back. As we were hopping into this one for the firefight start, I want to give a shout out. Production staff, Dog Bear Polaroid Studios, appreciate them and everything they do to make our jobs as casters just so much easier. Nice stick here for the Bobo player, and there's going to be a double-double, almost a triple-triple right there.
Oh!
Okay, you got to pay attention to rockets in that situation.
Yeah, you really do. But still, Putnam is going to walk away with that oddball. And you're starting to feel, Tug, that this is a team taking the momentum from Aquarius and is transplanting it here on their return into Streets. And let's not forget what we said at the beginning of the broadcast, right? Putnam City and Oddball in Streets is a match made in heaven.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is their best game mode. The unfortunate fact of the series is that even if it goes down to 7, we will not be seeing a second Oddball. We'll be seeing 3 Slayer rounds through, what, 1, 4... No, excuse me, I'm dumb. 2, 4, and 6, right? 2, 4, 6.
Yes, yes.
If we get down to 6. I guess at this point it's still up in the air. One of these teams could win 4-1.
It's a possibility, but I think with the way that these... I don't think so either. Not with the way these two teams are playing. This is grand finals, Tug. And man, with the regular season and the playoffs... This is the culmination of a whole year's worth of improvement and a whole year's worth of dedication to the craft.
Very good point. Very good point. We're also staring at some of these players who are seniors, right? Who are seniors. We'll definitely be getting a little interview action here after this one for the grand finals, and hopefully with one of those seniors. You know, like you only stay in high school for so long, of course. And it's a little bit bittersweet, you know? I think frequently it's stared at like, the seniors, like their last game, that's always thought about like in baseball or football or basketball or something like this. But it's the same thing for this, you know, only so many years of eligibility. And hopefully some of these players be taken on with their Halo experience into the collegiate scene.
I think I've liked that from Bobo, using both rockets, just Hail Marys and see if they're able to get anybody, rather than giving it up to QIR. Now it's a battle inside of the PD, but Chalkman somehow survives with just half a bar of HP to their name.
Yeah, not exactly sure how that one happened, but Chonk still remains strong. 6-4 right now, but that's Chalkman's KD. The score is 61-16.
Oh my god, gosh, Putnam City is just phenomenal at what they do. QIR, a lot of time had to be given up there just to survive inside of PD. Getting hit in the back. QIR inside of this PD, though, is entrenched. Putnam City is having a lot of difficulty getting them out of there, especially with the way that the spawns are happening. You gotta really kind of clear everything out before you can even attack the PD.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to simply come forth here and really pay attention to this PD area. Outside of C, maybe, I would say this is the only really, like, viable defensive oddball hold, you know? And as it is, see how this one goes. This is 75 to 30, though. Yes, Putnam City is great on the oddball. No, I did not anticipate this much of a lead right here. Just kind of spraying down the desk right there. No Windex needed. No Lysol needed.
Lysol needed. And now the Chonk Man in charge of the oddball. Waiting to see if any teammates are going to be able to give them the support they need, but swarming in, Putnam City working together as a unit. This has to contend with Darker User and this Bulldog, but that dog has lost its mark.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Only a couple of shots right there. Now taking ball again, 83-84 right now for Putnam City. Now, in no small part thanks to Zero Survivors 12 and 6 with 7 assists. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
It is, right. The rockets go out. Darker User. QIR is just...
okay.
I mean, both of these teams just had to throw bodies at it, right, Tug? That's really what you had to do. And especially in these desperate moments where you need to get to the oddball right at the end. 135?
Is that what I saw? 100 to 35 right there, something like that?
Yep.
Again, anticipated a W for Putnam City on their best game mode. Did not necessarily anticipate this. Now, this is going to be a short break while we set this one back up. Sam, let's break this down, and then we can go back to chat. I'm not having it up all the time right here, but we can kind of interact with them because they have been civil so far, I believe. It's two things, right? Part of it is what you said, like the usage of the rockets, I feel like. Part of it, the second part is the Bulldog, obviously, and them paying attention a lot to that. But part of it is the rockets, and like you said, like even if they don't get away with them, they're still using all the rockets out. So it's denial of resources on the other side.
Yeah. The big thing that happens when you just use the rockets, that is kind of the crux for what Putnam City was wanting to do. If we can't use them, if we can't get anything with them, it's better that we take them away from QIR so they can't use it against us. Because if you entrench yourselves in whatever position you're going in, the rockets are the key, literally the key to opening up the door and getting the oddball back for yourself. And if you notice, both teams were in a mad, desperate attempt to get to those rockets because they knew that was where they're going to find a lot of their success. Take that off the field, take that out of the equation, then you don't have to worry about it. Just going to have to rely on pure raw skill. And QIR made the decision of, let's rotate all over. We were at C, we picked the oddball up there, but we feel more confident inside of PD. They wasted a lot of time in having to take the fights, right? And so Putnam City, sure, they were throwing bodies and they may have lost occasionally, but they were able to win out in enough team fights that they got so far ahead that they could afford to do that and put QIR into really disadvantageous positions where they were still continuing to have to fight it out. And once again, Putnam City is just, I mean, at the end of the day, Doug, they're just fragging out too.
Exactly. I mean, 35 to 100, right? This is a situation where, you know, you could hit like 80 to 32 or something like that, I believe, at QIR because there was like 2 runs there, the oddball round, where you're just like, okay, you know, well, we can give up Bulldog, we can give up rockets right here. We can, especially if we're hold up in PD, we can use plasma grenades to do essentially the same thing. To just get explosions going off at chokeholds. They're going to either kill players or make them one shot as they're running on into this, like, not a stronghold within the King of the Hill game, but a stronghold in the form of the place where you can defensively hold with oddball right here. Those are just kind of leads at a certain point. It's like, well, this is almost like garbage time. This is a situation where they cannot really come back. Every frag in the world, every grenade in the world, and they're invested from Chonk. Ooh. Man, a solid job right there from Zero Survivor's teammate, keeping this one on up.
Oh, the rockets! They didn't even get expended. Blitzel's going to be in charge of them both inside of the tank. That gets to look towards, it seems like Putnam City is going to make the decision to walk over towards PD, and with the Rockets, that's going to be even more of a defense. Until it was the Rockets too. Okay, those Rockets are just going all over the place.
Okay, 2 Rockets right there, and that's going to be enough for that in the end. Putnam City goes on a little bit of a run, but that one gets ended immediately. Guys, our names have switched up top as well. Names and teams are along with the same. As we reach the middle part of this, check out chat. What are you thinking, Sam?
I think that's a good idea. I think you get an idea of how everyone's feeling inside of there.
Yeah, getting on over here. Let's see. Last time I tuned in, Bogey says Bosco Tech beat Putnam on this map. Force layoff, so if QIR loses, technically Bosco Tech is #1. Bosco Tech confirmed best team. I love it. I love just like the absolutely not brainless, the absolutely like one-mindedness, let's say, you know, of the support of your team and whatnot. You know, and in the face of facts and logic, it is still my team is the best. I love it. That's esports for you, though. That's esports.
Listen, Tug, copium is one of the most intense forms of keeping things alive for yourself,
forms
right?
Of support, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, forms of support.
Exactly.
You gotta take all the copium, all the hopium.
Okay, so Bogey. Guys, there's been no confirmed, you know, shenanigans here, so Bogey, I'm gonna need you to chill with that. This, you know what? This is actually officially chat's one and only warning. Okay, Bogey, chill with all that. There's, you know, there's literally a team over here at Generation E and HSEL to figure stuff out like that. So, you know, just chill with all that. How about that? Do definitely agree though. Throwing away lives, pushing police solo there, Shaker 100%. At the last game, you know, maybe it was kind of like, oh well, we gotta go right now or not go at all situation, but especially right now in this game, I think they've done that a little bit better. Minimizing chat yet again. Again, you're on your last and final warning.
Up in the air. We lost somebody. Unfortunate. Putnam City down a player. Onto the ether, I think.
Wait, no way. Okay, well that was about 61 to 51. We'll just like we have been doing before. We will continue to, or we'll play this game from that scoreline right there, 61-51. Hello and welcome back. We got it figured. We had our wonderful production staff go through this VOD. Putnam City Pirate player lagged out 39. QIR's 41. So we'll be playing this from the same scoreline. Of course, Putnam City took round number 1, 100 to 35. So we're been looking at 59 points required for QIR, 61 points required for the Pirates. Right? Is my math correct?
I believe your math is correct, though. You know, with me being in charge of that kind of quick math thinking too, it's a scary prospect regardless of whatever's happening here. So though, QIR back in control of the ball once more, and with the way that things are looking, not too far that they have to get to win out in this round.
Yeah, 13 points towards that 59, about a quarter of the way there as of right now. Double kill against QIR here. We're on board with the Chonk Man. Just kind of watching out from Cafes. Didn't quite cover their entire angles, but got a little help from their friends as QIR has picked up ball. Put up a little bit more of this. Putnam City is one player over towards B side, is one player over towards Rocket Spawn and Ball Spawn. This is a super split push from Putnam City. And then like, once again going through top mid is just suicide.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, but I mean, yeah, QIR in control of the oddball. They're also set up in a different position, right? They're over towards A side, right next to the tower, rather than wanting to duke it out in PD. This kind of open berth gives them advantage with the high ground and hopefully being able to win out in the fights. But unless Putnam City's able to do things like this, okay.
Okay, double right now. Ball in hand, can't get away from it. Now 12 more points. We're on board with the Artifact Kid. 5-1 right now, and 40 points of carrying. Okay. Artifact Kid putting the entire team on the back as of right now. 58-59. That's going to be enough for QIR to take map number 2.
Honestly, I think that was
guaranteed at least 5 maps.
Going the distance here, Tug. I'm feeling it. Feeling it. I want to see that map 7 more than anything. It potentially could be happening here. One of these teams are going to go up regardless, and I mean, round 3 oddball. Let's do this.
Zero Survivor loses the initial. Bobo just tries to get back with the rest. Putnam City getting wiped initially. It's So one player back on the other side, and now I think they do have, yeah, so they are going to have that Bulldog immediately gets taken out right there. Darker User makes sure of that one. There's another kill, looking for the double, even triple right now. Breaking this one down, kind of picking it up. So this is something else that QIR is going to take advantage from when playing from this A-side tower. It's kind of like the recharge effect, right? when you're like on top gold or something like this, like you can take this ball and you can throw it back out towards the middle once you're, you know, losing team fight. Not obviously to fully reset, not like you're throwing it off the edge, but to go forth and force the other team to be in a situation where they can take at least one player to like a wide open situation, and then losing that on the way in.
Yeah. QIR's adjustments in their strategies too have been really good. They're starting to rely more on the buddy system, and now Putnam City is starting to make the mistake of sending in one after another, right? They're all funneling into PD, where QIR can take advantage of it time and time again. It's just Zero Survivor hiding out inside of there is going to pick up the oddball, but with no shields, going to come out and see, this is what I'm talking about. Coordination and working with your team to realize when the shields are down.
Yeah, I mean, Putnam City is kind of trickling players in 1v1. Now, this is the problem that QIR faced in the first round of this oddball. Now, it's going to be QIR really standing strong on this. Just, I mean, first, they're not really getting, like, full team wiped. But second, they're just doing a better job of spotting up with their teammates and taking these into, like, actual team fights. As I say that, Darker User decides the better of that one. QIR continuing on. Rockets going in the hands right now in Putnam City. Gonna have a bad news on this one. Actually, Chonkman dedicates both rockets, and that doesn't find a kill on either.
Ooh, okay. Now things are working out really nicely for Putnam City. It was like you said, they using the spawn to their advantage, waiting up, working together, and QIR were a little bit spread too thin. Now that we're seeing them back in full force across the entirety of streets, taking long and short positions, working out much better for them. They can get the kills more easily that they need.
A couple of kills on the way in for QIR to take this one. Now 47-48. Bobo trying to push this one from red side, from B side right here. Now a couple of players here for Putnam City, but we are quickly approaching single fight territory. Not there yet, but quickly approaching.
Things have slowed down massively for Putnam. They really want to make sure that their shields are up before they begin their assault. It's just that much more difficult though when you're being pinged going inside of the PD. It all unravels just like that.
Yeah, even Bobo, the only one technically positive here for Putnam City, 7-6 as of right now. Halving right now is Blitzel, 4-8. Now going to be spreading this ball around a little bit. Nice stick right there for Chonkman. I mean, this is QIR that can just trade out all the way to the rest and then still take this game. Bobo, the last alive. Wow. Okay, so Bobo going to be able to keep that one alive. Shroud out. Darker User going to be able to get on top of this, but if Darker User pick up ball immediately, this game would already be over.
Yes, it would be. It's just really in the hands of QIR. It's 95-32, and they're just running with it, not giving Putnam City a chance to do anything until there.
Okay. Trying to wiggle around here, bring around the Rosie. 2 points away for QIR. Putnam City is going to have to put the oddball of a lifetime round together to take this one. Artifact Kid just kind of hanging out.
A little Spartan ornament for your streets. Nothing. Nothing makes you feel more festive than that. Putnam City, though, in the final 2 seconds, we've seen this happen before. HSEL time.
We have. It would be so hard to do right now. So incredibly monumental for Putnam City. Melees and more. That's going to be the first. Can't quite get the second. Blitzel still there. Putnam City is still going to be... Oh, yep. So QIR, just a couple of quick 2 seconds, and that's going to be it. It was a real solid run, like a total neutral. Like you gain nothing, at least denying something from the other team. Putnam City in the right, in the blue. This is QIR, the right, or in the left, in the red. Slayer game mode right now. Opening up in about 15 seconds. Is that power up as well?
Okay, back and forth, but it looks like advantage is going to go in favor of neither of these teams. This is a dead even series once more.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty surprised right there on the outside, but speaking of advantages, this is probably going the way of QIR now, as Artifact Kid did pick that one up. Attempted melee, absolute embarrassment there. Now 2 players, that's going to be a double-double again for Artifact Kid. What, sniper in hand as well? He's ready to do some damage.
I'm pretty confident about making that happen, too. It's going to be Revolution trying to go straight into the back line. QIR, but that's going to be the downfall of Putnam. These one...
Ooh.
I mean, doing the... Well, then.
Didn't hit it. Oh, I thought he did. I thought he did.
But they just
hey,
can't
cool
win on the
regardless.
trades here. Yeah, it is cool regardless, but they're not going to be able to win out in these trades. Not as long as QIR stays in the lead. They can't keep throwing them bodies at QIR and hoping to run away with a triple kill.
Taking a look right now. I love what the Shroud has done to some of the game plans of some of these teams, right? Like that right there, just complete like wonkiness.
It disrupts, right? It's controlling the map. It's a little bit of Valorant action here in our Halo.
I like it.
I like it too. Denial of space, denial of vision gives you an opportunity to maybe survive and just throw them off their game because you never know what's on the other side of that Shroud. Maybe it could be a whole team waiting for you.
That's gonna be a kind of an odder team win right there, but OS is now up. They know it, on board now. Darker user. OS about half done. No advantage taken from this one quite yet. Takes a look out on her towards Dummy's side. Takes 1, takes 2 easily. For these members, just straight up ignore him.
Just straight up. And this is what I was saying, right? Revolution seems to be having this issue of really wanting to just run in there and try to kill everybody. Like, when they got the overshields taken, they could have just run away, but no, they just wanted to fight. They wanted to go. I respect that, though.
Survivor actually stayed on board as well. Almost stayed alive there at the end, but Chunkman takes a double to end out their 6th life. Ooh, triple. Chunkman looking for more. Oh, we haven't seen an okie doke so far. I wanted to see it. Taking a look at the numbers Mason. Bobo 6-4 right now. Revolution actually going to be 7-4, the best KD on the side of Putnam City, but 9-3. Darker user, are you kidding me? And again, man finishes out his kills, 0 assists so far.
Determined, hungry, wanting to win a grand finals. Oh!
Finds 1, low shields, can't quite find the second. 2 score lead, 2 kill lead here for Putnam City, which is no real lead indeed in the great game of Halo Infinite.
Both of these teams are just waiting to get back up to full strength before they're going to begin their attack once more. Dealing a little bit damage from the forward spear, and now Putnam City's going to try and do their rest, but yeah, the results are just happening right in front of us.
A little bit of damage for Zero Survivor against their opponent right there. Now full shield's going to be enough, so that little bit of starting of damage isn't going to be enough for the trade on the other side. Melee's more lightening up this kill feed as our scoreline remains pretty much the exact same.
Ooh, overshields are about to spawn, and I think this is going to be the first time that Putnam City is picking them up. A really good opportunity here to put themselves further in the lead than the 2 they already have.
You're dedicating way too much into that one as Blitzel. Trio of players takes them out right there, but Revolution going to be able to come back on this. Sniper in hand. Bobo misses that, or gets missed with that shot, excuse me. Melees and more. Revolution. Nope. Really want to see the okie doke, really want to see the overkill. Not gonna see it this time though. Putnam City with a mild lead of 3.
Even with the overcommitment of resources, Putnam City is still running out on top, which is, I think, important for them, especially with the way that QIR is playing it. There's small technical issues going on there.
Stream drop right there. It's all good. We'll hop back on into this one here in just a minute. An incredibly close Slayer game mode so far. My goodness. I think we've seen a score difference of like 2 or 3. And we check back in. Nothing new, nothing changing, nothing new under the sun here, Sam Talks.
Nothing new, right? Even scoreline. QIR somehow recovering cleanly with Putnam City. We missed out on these sections of when they were able to do that, but from this team, no surprises there, right?
No surprises, no surprises. And that is actually kind of like a good way to describe this so far. I mean, there's been a couple of different players that have really popped off individually. You know, the Zero Survivor, Bobo within the most recent game mode in that oddball game mode, right? Darker User, Chonkman, both been absolutely dumbing out. But this is more along the lines of what we expect to see. Best KD, oh no, excuse me, Revolution 13-6. Speaking of dumbing out, not sure how I didn't see that one.
I'm feeling like we might be getting to another situation like what we saw on Aquarius. QIR just doesn't have the Slayer gods are giving them the strongest fight of the lifetime. In Putnam City, their determination here in these game modes is nothing short of like, wow.
And QIR just picks up some OS, now posting open side. That's going to be almost the entirety. Yeah, that's going to be the entirety of the over shields now wasted out, doubling factor against right there. That was Blitzel, excuse me. Ooh, so a trade right here. That's going to be advantage QIR. Now 3 kills away, 2 kills away, a full team wipe plus for Putnam City.
Putnam City, it's those overcommitment that QIR keeps punishing. Now we're going to see them, look at this, you can see all across the map, they're waiting to regroup with one another because they want to make sure that they're this rolling death ball that can run away with the kills. But for QIR, they don't need to fight that if they don't have to. Putnam has to come to them if they want to win.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if we see a full 5 minutes. There's first, there's going to be a trade. Damage, I believe, onto the second. That's going to be enough, and QIR with a pincher play across dummy door. It's going to take this one 50-46. This series has just been making, right? For Putnam to come into this and put up the same sort of situation, even as close as it is, that they did before. Like, yes, they didn't get swept, but they only won one single game, like in the entire series, right? And saying that about these two squads after 4 games now, right? It just seems like a little bit weird because Putnam City, again, lost by 14 in the Strongholds, lost by 3 in the first Slayer, lost by 1 round, and that 1 round being like 35 points in the Oddball, and loses by 4. 4 total kills within the second Slayer game mode. Oh my god, Bobo wants this like he needs his next breath.
Oh my gosh. That was very close, but the camo helped Darker User out there big time. But Putnam City looks like they're going to be getting their early lead. Beautifully well done from this team.
Wow, yeah, so a really, really early strike right here from Putnam City, as that's going to be a lot of pressure now. Here comes the counter pick, at least attempted. That's a lot of players coming through the same. Sus EJ the first to take this one, and okay, yeah, this is the brutal situation because what we're looking at is a Putnam City squad that's going to find it so hard to simply respawn on this. They'll be going forth and always down by 2 players, and 4 is larger than 2 here, Sam.
Yes, it is. Respawns are going to come in. Oh man, that was beautifully well done. I thought things were going to be really disastrous with them all funneling and so. Wait a minute. Oh, no!
Yep, and now that's going to take right here. They cannot get scored against. Wild Flag is gone. Now a run through the bottom side right here. And a return. Wow, Putnam City has countered the counter pick.
That is insane, Tug. The flag was... I whipped out the ruler 2 inches from the capture point. That's all they had to do. That was beautiful from Putnam. QIR just took a little too long. They wanted to make sure that they were safe in picking up the flag, but that cost them everything. That little
actually,
microsecond.
That's a really, really good point, right? The little bit of the miscalculations when juggling coming into their base, like one player dropped it, wasn't able to pick it back up, the other one behind them. If that juggle mistake had not happened, we would be looking at a 1-2, maybe a scoreline, because obviously 2 players dropped, just simply trying to get flagged there. If they'd have gotten there like a half a second earlier, at least one of those would have still been up. Now they're sneaky, sneaky.
Fortunately, they've been found out. Should have an idea and an inkling where they're going. Sus EJ, this high ground position is so pivotal. That's why you see a lot of players posting themselves up here.
No juggle, no juggle. Okay.
Ooh, okay, all right, they're going to do it anyways, Tug. They want to go for it, and they really want to capture this.
It's almost bad right there, sprinting all the way through. That's going to be, okay, 1-2 right now. But again, without the juggle mistake, this could be 2-2.
As long as QIR doesn't get hit back with the counter strike from Putnam, which it doesn't.
The counter strike on flag.
Oh boy. Yeah, listen. I'm only here for Counter-Strike 2. That's as far as I'm going. Okay.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
This is good though. This is really good. It looks like QIR is attempting to go for another attack of that as it get through Zero Survivor. Darker User is activated big time.
Okay, nicely done, QIR. That's going to be Artifact Kid keeping the teammate, keeping the dream alive at least a little bit. Shots across this front area. Zero Survivor just dusted out right there. QIR, that's a really long shot to try and get horizontally. You know, I said at the beginning, like, I thought everybody was kind of in like coordination with this. Everyone was kind of in agreement. The heat wave should be shot at vertical shots, right? Because horizontally, you're guaranteed to miss some of your shots unless like you're literally like point blank.
In the face. Yeah. You gotta go for the vertical shots. That's the only strategy. Revolution now in charge of the flag. Putnam City even more so benefiting from the fact that they have active camo. It's now gonna try and get rid of the pain point that has been the Chonk Man inside of their spawn room.
Okay.
Active camo, beautifully well done. Both teams, however, not gonna have a flag.
That was a good reset right there from I believe that was Bobo, the last player alive on the active right here. It's simply dedicating that last quarter second of time to picking up their flag to get the reset right now. That's the only reason why QIR's flag is still alive down bottom. This is literally the battle of inches right now, man.
It is. It's also the battle of let's make sure that Putnam can't get their flag back, otherwise they're gonna get an even further lead than what we want them to. Now, here's where the interesting thing happens, Tug. Which team is able to get their flag back?
Yeah, so the difference between, like, frequently Oddball and CTF are kind of similar in these situations where you have one player who can't kill, they can only get melee shots, and the other three just trying to keep them alive. But now with both flags back, this is almost back to like a Slayer type situation where it's just going to be 4v4 and players spawning in very predictable locations.
Yeah. Really good job right now from both of our teams holding onto that flag. It's all just down to Darker User, who's been kind of the ringer for this team to capitalize and get the kills, but just wasn't able to get it done. Not when there's two holding onto the flag and Putnam realizing they're in the lead and just kind of hold back for the moment.
Well, that's a good point. The best KD on the day right now, 10-7, Chonk Man. Actually, we'll give it to Sus EJ, 14-11. Well, definitely now that the 8th death is coming for Chonk Man, given they have 11, count them, 11 assists.
Oh,
self-frag right there, not good, especially when you're trying... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They got self-frag. Oh, someone's got to realize this.
Wait, what does QIR do?
Wow. This is a game of... Tug, this is a game of seconds, dude. What is going on here?
That was amazing. So instead of going for back smack, knowing that it would have reset like a quarter second later anyway, they just go for the pickup and then jump. That is such big brain.
These high school students are too smart for their own good. I can't deal with it
for me,
anymore.
that's for sure.
Goodness gracious, are they ever? Yeah.
Somehow staying alive right now is Artifact Kid.
This game of Capture the Flag is really starting to get intense. But one team's gonna have to make the move, and it's got to be QIR. They gotta get their flag back. The other one's down bad.
I also like the decision to hold flag right there, because, I mean, you don't need to cover flag. There's no point in putting it behind when that's just such a longer run. You know, you can't shoot the flag and return it, right? You can shoot the player, and where flag is at is actually decently covered right there, but the trek from actually putting point in to where flag is hanging out at is so much shorter.
It's really just like trying to figure out where you're going to be able to gain the advantage.
Ow? Okay.
This is, it's all going downhill. This is too much, really, at this point. It's a capture the flag of capture our own flag back so we can capture their flag.
Yeah, the classic flag stalemate, man. You take my flag, I'll take yours, right?
But see, this is what Putnam City gets to do because they're in the lead.
Perfect bait switch. Okay, in case you're ever curious what exactly we mean, what Blitzel had done against them right there, that little 3-second clip could literally be, you know... What exactly is a bait and switch in Halo? Like, type into YouTube, that would be it. You take the first, like, 2 bursts, you know, maybe a third right there, maybe even lose shields, but your teammate coming through to finish the kill out.
Coming in with full shields. QIR is really trying their hardest to poke in, but it's just not happening. They can't, because Putnam can commit like 2 players to go and capture the flag while leaving 2 behind to watch their own flag, or to watch. Okay, watch their own flag. Watch the flag of QIR.
Yeah.
Trying to get theirs.
Nice nade shot right there. The insta-splode up close. You know, well, insta-splode's plasma. That was an insta-frag. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Fantastic job. Chonkman just kind of like sliding through the ether right now. Was that a stick? It was! There's going to be...
Is he going to get kill?
Nice. Oh, nope. That's the return! And there's the cap right now. QIR has purchased this back to a little bit of a neutral territory, which of course is advantage given that QIR is up by 2 in the series. Yeah, this is match point, folks.
Match point, championship point. Chonkman deserves a pat on the back after that one. It was their Herculean efforts and that stick that really won them that flag. That's a steak dinner for Chonkman, if you ask me.
Yeah, what, no stick, then that's only maybe a little bit of damage onto the first player. That is an immediate kill. Second player is by themselves in a 2v1 against 2 players who might be a little bit low, but, you know, that's it. And we're still looking at a 2-1 advantage Putnam.
Woo! My commando. Love it.
Yeah, right? Just cutting some rug out here. Zero Survivor knows the dance.
You got to, right? Got to do whatever you can, but the aim here from Sus EJ, and I mean, look at all of these players across the board. Tug, it's insane. This scoreboard. Pretty much everybody is playing at peak efficiency, especially Revolution at triple.
What? 14 and 17, the worst KD on Putnam City. Yeah, when you have players going 19 and 16, stuff like this, 18, 15 for QIR, you could excuse an 11 and 18 performance with 13 freaking assists. Just like that, though, Putnam City purchases the lead back after probably the quickest cap in this matchup so far. 2 minutes to go here, Sam.
Minutes to go, and things are looking quite dire for QIR. They can't have another situation. They gotta really put themselves forward and get that flag once more and at least bring us into overtime.
Yeah, 100 seconds left right here. Advantage Putnam City after 3 QIR members go down. A lot on the respawn right now. Is Sus EJ going to fall as well? QIR, I mean, I understand you got to put it all into offense here soon. Zero Survivor with a perfect right there. But QIR, you got to wait for your full 4-man respawns.
You do. You gotta wait for everybody to get up in there, and you can't send everyone out to go and attack that flag either. Otherwise, you're gonna leave your flag open to attack. And see, this is what happens.
Well, but they didn't even get it off. That was actually a terrible decision for Putnam City, in my opinion. You're over here, you're up. You've been doing a fantastic job of don't ever interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake, right? I think that was Sun Tzu, Art of War, right? QIR was simply making a mistake. They were trickling in 1, 2, maybe even 3 at a time sometimes. And when you do that, just generally, especially the way Putnam City is playing, there's no way that you're going to get those kills. Like, if you're QIR.
Less than a minute. QIR doesn't look like they have very much steam left inside of the tank. Everybody's got to wait to respawn. You can see Sus EJ is not going to go forward, not without their teammates there, to give them that support that they so desperately need, but desperation is going to start kicking in here for this team.
Ooh, nice stick yet again. Bobo facing the brunt of that one. Oh, that's the problem with... Oh, there's the Okie Doke! Revolution, the only player alive right now! Everybody else on Putnam City, everybody else on QIR is dead. That's pretty cool.
That's
pretty cool. 12 seconds. There's enough time to get there. QIR literally... So they wait until the last 10 seconds to actually come forth and show a little bit of hesitance. That's going to be enough, though. Putnam City and the CTF, gotta say, their objective game modes have been popping off on the day. 29 and... Hello and welcome back. In case, folks, you were just joining us, what we're looking at is Series Point against Putnam City. But hey, they just saw themselves in this situation, y'all. This is Map 6. It is going down. Will it end here? Will Putnam City tie it back up? Will QIR wrap up this series in a 4-2 fashion? Find out this and more in this installment of HSEL Halo.
Okay.
Like a TV show?
It did sound like a TV show. I've already got it DVR'd ready for the next episode.
I love it.
Here we are.
No real lead advantage here. I'm not surprised there, Sam.
No, I'm not. Yeah, this is very unsurprising. Putnam City just has that 1 kill advantage, but really that could just be a margin of error at this point, which is why I'm pretty sure Putnam City decided to go back onto live fire Tug.
Yeah.
My guess is they think that last game just a margin of error. We can do this again if we can, if we have the opportunity.
100% agreed. Folks, 250-236 for QIR strongholds, 50-47 for Putnam, 2-1 on the oddball, 46-50 QIR, 3-2 on that CTF Putnam City. Now, what that means, of course, is we have like a 1 kill differential between QIR and Putnam City across the first 2 Slayer rounds. Okay, QIR got 1 extra kill in their loss than Putnam City did in their loss. 1.
Margin of error type sub Tug, it really is. Just a
Yeah,
little bit
seriously.
just some tightening up of strategies and tightening up of actual gameplay, and then they're going to be able to win. And things are looking really good for Putnam, and how they are executing right now, right? Working together, that's the most important thing. As long as they tighten up and don't send themselves one after another, this should be in their favor. And you can see that Bobo is realizing this. They're waiting, but they're not overcommitting. That has to be the
Last
communication,
shot.
right?
Ah, man. So now OS going to get picked up from QIR for free right here. There's a teammate low. I was about to say, where did this one went? But we're staring at Artifact Kid right now. On a run. Yeah, Putnam City just straight up gets out of dodge. That's so smart.
Yeah, you have to, right? You realize that QIR has picked up the overshield and now Darker User is on the hunt for you. Here's the problem, though. I think there's some slight communication errors happening. Bobo was by themselves in an area that, well, one of their teammates could have helped them, but no, just decided to take the fight and got swarmed, surrounded. Putnam City's still in the lead, but it's starting to dwindle.
Yeah, this is what, a 3-kill lead last time. Whistle finding 1. That's going to be a back smack and a trade. Ultimately, therefore, QIR still at a 1-score differential. Taking a look down bottom C. That's a Putnam City player kind of caught out. Melee shot. Nicely done. Darker User. We'll see you later.
Yep.
Why does Bobo have a thing next to his name?
I don't know, actually. And I am very curious about that. But I'm glad you brought it up.
Was that the overkill? No, the Revolution was the one who got the okie doke. I don't know.
Yeah, they just got a cool little emblem. So I guess I could be happy with that. Another really good stick, though. We've been seeing a lot of these sticks tonight.
That we have. Now Putnam City is 0 survivor with that sniper back in hand. Bobo finding another one. Putnam City increasing their lead now to 5. Nice shot, nice punch. Oh, almost. Nope. That sniper is going to fall down into, there. Nice little frag at the end. Try and get a little bit of damage. Not going to be enough. Now, Chonkman trying to beat feet away with the sniper and gets away. Are you serious? Revolution wasn't able to finish out their kill and then gets taken out themselves. Regardless, still going to be a 6-kill lead for Putnam City, my friends.
Oh, up in the air. Yeah, that's the kind of things that you...
Why?
Chonkman are going to cost you the game. You can't be doing stuff like that. Not
Yeah,
in the grand finals.
Yeah, I have no idea why Chonkman or Sussy EJ actually pushed on this. Okay, sorry, excuse me, take that one back. Chonkman makes sense. They were trying to put pressure onto OS. Now an 8-kill lead for the side of Putnam City.
I guess you could say that they were trying to put pressure on the overshield, but yeah, this is Putnam City. I mean, in a commanding lead. This is the biggest lead we've seen in Slayer in quite some time. QIR is just being systematically picked off. Yeah, it's a 12-point lead. Putnam City are just hunting them down as they spawn.
Are we witnessing a breakdown? I don't want to call it quite yet, but QIR comes through. Initial lead that improves at 3-1. This would be basically like a best-of-5 reverse sweep. If we kind of take a look at that within the frame of the context, now 0 survivor wins another one, 13-7 for this player, just outside of doubling up. Everybody positive on Putnam City, though.
QIR has given us an interesting case study on what happens if you let your guard down for but just a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, this is runaway right now for Putnam City. They're doing a fantastic job at executing in, and now they can take these fights now if they wanted to, as long as they get away with like 1 kill.
I mean, this is 2 trade territory, right?
Yeah.
12-point lead right now. Like, you can literally trade 1 kill for 2 all the way up, and Putnam City would still take this. Now, 1 kill away from 1 team fight territory as well. Color me surprised, because this is Putnam City basically putting a cap onto this map number 6. We can basically guarantee to map 7 now. Or wait, should I do it?
Yeah, why not?
Should I do it?
Yeah.
There is no way the QIR at this point can come back. It is inconceivable for this team to do anything but to die in the mud like dogs in this Slayer game. But okay, maybe it's actually too true to actually be funny.
Listen, if that kind of a caster curse happens, then QIR. Oh, you got some powers, and everyone should fear you.
Yeah, right. I wish. Taking a... Go ahead.
I'm gonna say though, I mean, it's looking like QIR is making something happen here.
Okay.
It's just 2 more kills though for Putnam. If they can get 2 more, they cannot lose steam at this moment. They need to regroup with each other. No one can be by themselves, Tug.
Yeah, literally. They pretty much all have to take it up. Okay, that just made this a lot easier. 48, 43 on the other side. If they just fill this up with frags, that might be enough. Putnam City, and they take it. That last frag was just a little bit too much. So we went down to like, what, 44 to 31 or something like this, and this Strongholds map ended at 250 to 236, a 14-point differential, which my very, very, very quick math tells me there's a little bit less than a 5% score difference, okay? Yeah, because 10% would be 25. Half of 25 is about 12.5. No, so sorry, a tiny, tiny bit more than 5%, like a 6% score difference.
So
that,
bring in
that might be completely wrong. That sounds right. Okay.
You brought in fractions and percentages and lost me immediately. I struggle with whole numbers. Okay, so
fair enough.
I'll tell you who's not struggling right now though is Putnam City.
Yeah, okay, so there's 2. Gonna be a couple there on the other side. C for QIR gonna be taken, and now a little bit of pressure onto A. 6 points is excusable when you come out on the other side with 2 of your own.
They really want to make sure that they win the fight for B, which is important to the crux of their strategy. Get A, B, and force the spawns for Putnam City to be on that low ground. And we saw the great success that QIR did have. Now the question is, are they going to make that rotation? Or are they just going to hold here and try to fight it out on this B site? And it's not looking good. But they are staying. They're just staying there, which is important.
Staying power, and a trio of Putnam City players takes B back with a vengeance. Again, preferential B. A and B, not B and C, but this is Putnam City. Will take it however they can get it.
Ooh, okay, Putnam City. It was just a death ball. It was a rolling ball of death, Tug, but that ball was named Putnam City. They rolled right through. QIR up onto the high ground, took B, and now looking towards continuing that domination streak. They just need to get one of these points, and it looks like might be, yes, so it's going to be A and C.
It might be a little bit wonky, but it's gonna work right here. Can't knock it. If it works, don't fix it if it ain't broke. Now A getting a little bit of pressure. Immediately Bobo reads that one out. Again, Bobo Bulldog will bark. And now it's gonna be a team win. No Darker user can't quite get around the last bit of that cover. And it's Putnam City now, double it up for a little while.
Oh my goodness. Oh, 1 rocket! My god, okay, these rockets are...
Okay. Logic would follow that you'd switch weapons immediately, get the last shot, the BR, but perhaps, again, just kind of wanting to make sure that player was dusted and no rockets go the other way. About as low as you get here as Sus EJ comes out, immediately Chrome to the dome, burst to the face, and Putnam City now on about a 50-point lead.
They're going to keep continuing that lead once more. QIR does have control of A, but as long as Putnam City pushes themselves forward and takes all of this space, try to deny them from getting up here, it's going to work out beautifully for them, and they're being rewarded with that strategy.
Little trade action right there as Putnam City continuing to put points on the board, triple digits inside now to 27. This is the largest score difference we've seen on a Strongholds game mode in this series, and I'm going to say the largest, like, ratio-wise of a lead as well.
It's amazing what a Grand Finals does to a team, Tug, right? Putnam City losing out against QIR earlier, and now a sort of tour de force in the application of what Halo is all about.
Stronghold captured.
Really doesn't like what box is there, apparently, as a darker user. Looking at red, knows one's there. No frags. Can't know there's a second player there. The reload comes through, and Blitzel just gets immediately dusted out afterwards. QIR, though, taking a couple points of themselves. They're mostly pushing this one on to B, but immediately now a lot of pressure right now from A or onto A, and that's going to be completely dusted out as a player just touches a toe onto point.
Okay. Putnam City. It's a contestation of B once more, but you're seeing the success stories of what's happening here. When you roll together as a team, Tug, the rocket goes out, little ping of the shield, but no kills.
Halfway to victory, you heard it here first. Wow, crazy stuff. So what a lead here for Putnam City. Again, this is not a full reverse sweep, but it's pretty darn close considering that Putnam City was down 3-1 coming into that map number 5. Again, that might as well have been a lifetime ago, as Putnam City is just shy of 100-point clubbing QIR.
I love what Putnam City is doing here as well. Okay, with the stick. They push themselves forward and take space, get a little bit of damage to the shields, and stops QIR for just a moment longer, continuing to further their lead. Brilliant movement from Putnam, and a good recognition of when to attack and when to back away, because all they need to do is just a couple of pot shots back off.
Hey, now going on back over the way of Putnam City in just a second here. Steve's getting neglected by by Putnam City so far, just content to let QIR kind of fight over it. This is the AB hold that we were talking about, and this is QIR that is continuing to spill in one player at a time, Sam.
Yeah, it's just one at a time. This is going to be disastrous for QIR, unless they're
And
able to
even
recover
this.
here.
Okay, sorry. They're finally going with 2 right now, but not before one player takes a lot of damage on the way in. Now a win over to the other side, and Putnam City now. It's their turn to kind of lack cohesion.
But, I mean, with the lead they have, Tug, over 100, this is going to be a run and a half for QIR. We saw it almost happen on Slayer, though, so I'm not going to discount them until
But
that
just like
scoreboard.
that, wow. Completely flip situation, right? Now it's AB going the way of QIR, and C getting relegated to Putnam City.
There we go. This is beautiful. Look at them, a unit. Coordination. Let's attack here. Let's go for it. These rockets are... Nobody wants to blow anybody up. That makes me a little sad.
Yeah, like the rocket launcher is having lower accuracy than the ARs right now. QIR, BC hold, not preferential, but they'll take it any way they can get it. Blitzel going to be winning this one up first, kind of peppering this one with frags. Just a little bit of flavor right there until they get taken out by a frag themselves.
Okay. As long as Artifact Kid is... Or sorry, Darker User is doing what they do best, and that's getting all the kills in the world, things are going to slowly start going back into the favor of QIR. But, I mean, you're on the final map, championship point for both of these teams. QIR is going to bring out all of the stops because Putnam City is doing that exact same thing here.
Ooh, Darker User, triple kill, looking for the okie doke, and wisely decides to just kind of play their life onto point. Artifact Kid, 5 and 14 right now, not 100% sure what's going on with this player.
Activated
Kill Frenzy?
They activated, alright. You need someone like Darker User on the side of QIR to really step up and start giving themselves that lead that they so desperately need. And now we're looking at a 112 to 182 scoreline. Putnam City still struggling to get this B site, but it looks like it might be going their way relatively soon.
Let's just kind of pepper this red room and upper ramp down the street side with that. There's the first chunk, man. Looking to get involved. Got to pay attention to the... Okay, never mind. I thought that was their opponent right there. QIR covering up B rather quickly. And that's going to be a take B and C side. Now Putnam City. Zero Survivor still was able to get that one going. Zero Survivor still alive. Full team wipe against QIR.
Team wide, but now we look what's happening here. So you've been seeing that this entire time, right? Putnam City's just really focused on A and B, but now that the entirety of QIR was gone, let's just go for C. The spawns are going to be flipped now. QIR in control of A. Has to try and flush them out of B, but it's going to be that uphill battle that they're going to have to fight.
207, 208 right now. Again, about 100-point clubbing QIR as of this point. There's still comeback territory. We're not in like garbage time right now, Sam, but we will be in about 15 seconds.
Okay. QIR, that's good. We got a unfortunate game crash here. This game.
Give me your best frown here, Sam. He tried.
This is so much pain.
Man, yeah. Wow. All right, game's back. There we go. It was just a brief break. It was just too much excitement for the servers to handle, folks. B now going the other way on board right now for Blitzel. Taking a couple points, 30 points away from this. Shot punch up close. Bobo playing the tires area perfectly. Now Bulldog out. This is about to be last team fight territory as QIR has stopped progress onto A immediately next. Last team fight territory, Sam. It all comes down to this.
And Putnam City, this is what I'm loving about them. They're in the lead so convincingly. It's just time for them to start fragging out, start fighting, and start denying QIR any opportunity to move.
Putnam City, that's a dub, but they should be able to take this one back. Was that a stick? I can't. Yes, it was. QIR completely down. What, you have to fill in A, you have to fill in B. No, everybody from QIR has to come up this ramp as of right now and get a toe onto B. Player gets there for about a second. That's not going to be enough, and everybody cleared off of B. Your HSEL spring season winners are QIR. Putnam City goes, or no, excuse me, Putnam City, QIR drops right there.
Putnam